You read these books and stuff, everybody telling you about the problems and stuff. Dr. Anderson has his books. You got all these people with the books. But let's deal with solutions. As an attorney, if I have a case, and if I could just deal with the symptoms and never address the root cause of a problem, then I wouldn't win any cases. What is the main problem here? What is the main problem? We look at poverty, we look at crime, we look at broken households, foster care. Those are symptoms of a major problem. The major problem is that we're dysfunctional and we engage in inappropriate activities and inappropriate behavior. But we, at the household level, to teach our young people to think and to give them the tools that they need to be successful in life. And this program that I've put together, so it's a blessing to you and your family. If I had this information and had gone through this material when I was 18 years old and ready to leave home, it would have a difference in my life. Instead of going through a life of trial and error. A lot of people talk about street knowledge and all that kind of stuff. Street knowledge is hard knocks, learning from being beat down, and most of the people who glorify that type of ignorance call it common sense. Common sense is not common. It's only based upon your environment and your learning, and that's how people end up in jail, because now they have not learned the tools necessary to create economic prosperity for themselves. So all they know how to do is see what someone else has and try to get on credit, get your credit, and try to buy your way to success, where these people have skills and developed it and doing different things to earn a lifestyle versus trying to just buy your way into a lifestyle. So let's deal, and I know I'm rambling a little bit right now, but let's back up for a minute. Let's back up for a minute. And a lot of this depression and anxiety comes from lack of preparation and not knowing how to get it together. How to get it together. How to put your. So we go through budgeting. We go through looking at yourself, personal growth and development, your purpose. How do you find your purpose? How do you find your purpose? And if you have good self-esteem, you're going to feel good about yourself. And when you prepare for life and you do those things necessary, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to worry about what somebody says about you because you know who you are. You're confident. And we want to be confident individuals. We want to have confident children. So you don't have to worry about peer pressure. Peer pressure, you're unsure about yourself. So you easily swayed here and there. And you look at YouTube, you listen to these conversations that people are having. It's unbelievable, the type of things that we believe in. But we should believe in economic progress. We should be hungry about that. This prison industrial complex that they've created around us, all we have to do is change our behaviors and start thinking differently. We spend $1.4 trillion a year outside our community. That's after our bills are paid off. We're excessive consumers. Let's create wealth. Let's let the wealth buy that. Not your disposable income. That's like a farmer who buys seeds, but instead of planting them in the ground to reap a harvest, they eat all the seeds for dinner time and lunchtime and breakfast. So they have nothing left over to plant for future growth and prosperity. So motivational speakers and feel-good preachers and stuff, it just leaves us empty in the end. You judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. You judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. Our neighborhoods, you got churches, more churches than liquor stores. You put a church up, they're going to put a couple liquor stores around it. We're being easily misled and misdirected. And we're going to also talk about, during these coming weeks, discover how engaging in the right education program with a mentor can be one of the most important and effective ways to train you and your children to compete. create and sustain a productive lifestyle, and how you can use this program to get out of debt and to create social, political, and economic change. This is what we've been talking about for the whole time. This is what we've been talking about. And it's doable. I've been through the system. Let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how it's done. But it's going to take individual discipline in order to get that. But that's what the weekly family meeting is all about. So we can start off at a slow pace and develop, and we keep doing it. Week after week, year after year. I've created a step-by-step strategy you can implement in your daily life for immediate life-changing implications for you and your entire family. And finally, not only will you and your family be given solutions to social injustice, including institutional racism, but I've made it extremely profitable for you to do so. It is about making it profitable to empower the individual, family, unit, and community. We can do this. We can do this. It's doable. And I have 5 programs that I've completed to help us to get to that level. And the whole total program is 18 months. And then at the end of the day, the cost is perfect. You should be able to set aside $100 a month for yourself. And this is only a portion of that. Once you go through the material, you go through the membership section on the website, powerthroughunity.org, you'll see the price should be right. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. The orientation is free because I want us to get to first of all, only the cream of the crop is going to rise to the level. And most of you are not even going to listen to this lecture to be able to sit down and listen to this. But when you complete the program, as you go through the program, I can make you a millionaire. But the key is the knowledge and then being able to work together. That's the magic. That's the unity. And all of this is Bible-based, scripture-based. Turn your face back to God. You go to YouTube, I have a lesson on there. Turn your face back to God. We become idol worshipers, gluttonous, materialism. And then I've created an introductory course I call I Want to Be a Millionaire. It tells you the things that you need to do as far as your investments and strategy and the way you should look at your money and how to become a millionaire. And this is, your children have to be trained too. They have to be trained just as well, right? Then I have the creating a legacy 12-month legacy calendar and family workshops that you should be engaging in weekly. Then you can also set an appointment with me. I have the links. When I send this flyer out, the links will be there where you can, if you want to set an appointment with me, if you got some business, legal, or relationship-related matters that you want to go through, you can set that up with me, and then we can meet. Okay? We can do it on the phone, or we can do it on video, however you feel more comfortable. All right? So let's get started here. Enough rambling. And this is all about grooming your mind to create the life you only dreamed of until now. This is about solutions. I'm not going to tell you what to do without not showing you how to do it. And that's the thing. Just like your child. You tell them to wash the dishes, but you never show them how. And then you look at this food all over the dishes. You can't complain about that. You got to show them how it's done. Most of us have dishwashers now because you don't even want to engage in washing dishes. But these things are important to teach your children about chores. This is important stuff to add structure and discipline. And young people who are listening to this helps develop you. Right now, you're looking at it from a short-sighted point of view. I don't feel like doing that or this or that. Come on. And one of the biggest mistakes that my generation has done when we all of a sudden broke through the civil rights and so forth and opportunities opened up is not making your children do chores and be disciplined. And a lot of us were so busy making money that we left the child raising up to the television and left them up to grandma. A lot of them were on drugs and so forth, and they just got caught up in life, and the children missed out. So we have a generation of dysfunctionality, uh, on and and on, generation after generation. And we have to fix that right now. We have to fix that. And if you can't understand or relate to what I'm saying right now, just hold on for a minute, and it'll come on board, because you don't know what you don't know, right? So we can talk about what are the short-term and long-term implications of not being properly educated and trained, which is perpetual poverty, broken individuals, relationships, and consistent business failures from not being properly educated. And reaching this point in my personal and professional life has taken me over 65 years. But I had a good foundation. My mother taught me, no matter what you do, be the best at what you do. If you start something, finish it. I've had many trials and tribulations as well as tremendous success in my life. But it just didn't happen because I thought I deserved it, or I wanted to have a luxurious life. And I thought that if I thought these positive thoughts, that, the secret, right, these things will manifest in my life, because the universe is full of wealth and abundance, and all you got to do is think positive thoughts, and these gifts will be bestowed upon you. That's just not how it works. It's good to have good positive thoughts, but what are you doing to prepare yourself for that abundance? You have to be able to go get the abundance, right? And some people want to get that abundance by going and taking it and stealing from other people to do so. And that's not how it's done. You end up being locked up. You end up harming someone else so you can benefit. And that's not a good look. And that's where we are. That's why we have so much crime and violence and drive-by shootings, because our children were not properly indoctrinated into the system that they were born into. And the system has become so complicated, you actually need a degree in life. Forget the college degree. You need a degree in life, period, just to survive. Just think about the things that you have to do, from your budgeting, from paying your bills, and keeping your credit straight, and insurance, car insurance, and balancing your checkbook, and all these things that you have to do just in life, just to keep going, just in life. Not to mention the grocery prices, the food prices just keep going up. Now we ain't going through a bit of inflation now. The dollar, when I was growing up, I remember you can get a full bag of potato chips for 5 cents. Now you paying $2, and you barely getting what we used to get for 5 cents. It took years of discipline, education, and training for me to get to the point where I am right now. And that's why I said, wait a minute. I have to and I broke this down into an educational course, just like law school. I had some mentors that broke the law down and broke it down into his parts, incremental parts, and fed it to me that way and showed me how to do that. So in order to make the material learnable, because out of 100 people passing the bar, the 100 people taking the bar, maybe only 25 people out of that 100 is going to pass. It's how you deal with the material, how you break down that material. And everybody making it in law school is smart. But are you able to tame yourself, to calm down? I remember one group of people in the class every Thursday. Oh, this is a club night. Every night we go out. Every Thursday night we get together and go out to the club. I'm like, wow, really? My study group, every day, every time we had class that week, that particular class, we would go find a vacant classroom and we'd have group study. And everybody was ready for the study group. And the only person in our study group that didn't pass the bar is because he thought he knew everything all the time and wouldn't listen to what the professor was trying to teach. He was talking off his own dome. He was not able to to digest the material the way the instructor intended.